Ethan walked through the busy shopping mall beside his parents, both dressed simply and smiling warmly. His father carried a few grocery bags, and his mother linked arms with him, laughing at something small and sweet. As they headed toward the parking lot, two classmates, Mason and Ryan, spotted him from a distance. "Hey, isn't that Ethan?" Mason nudged Ryan. "Yeah," Ryan grinned. "Didn't know he hung out here. Let's call him over." Ethan waved when he saw them. Mason quickly invited him. "We're throwing a party this Friday at Ember Lounge. You should come, man." Ethan's face lit up. "Really? Sure, I'd love to." Then the moment shifted. As Ethan and his parents stepped into their old faded sedan, Mason quietly pulled out his phone. Click. "Look at that ride," he whispered mockingly. "Vintage museum piece." They laughed as the car drove off, unaware that a cruel chain of humiliation had just begun. Later that evening, Mason uploaded the photo to their group chat titled The Circle. Ryan captioned it, "Billionaire Ethan rolling in style." The chat exploded with laughing emojis. Even Sydney, the girl Ethan secretly admired, commented, "Guess I'll skip the party if he's picking me up in that car." Ethan's phone buzzed endlessly with notifications, messages he didn't want to open but couldn't ignore. His chest tightened with each cruel joke. He turned his phone face down, his heart whispering, "They weren't my friends after all." The next day, Ethan gathered courage. He had saved up for months to buy a thoughtful gift for Sydney's birthday, a pair of limited edition wireless headphones she had always mentioned wanting. He walked up to her after class, holding the small wrapped box. "Hey, Sydney," he said shyly, "I got this for you. Happy early birthday." Sydney's friends stood behind her, smirking. She glanced at the box, then at Ethan's old sneakers and faded backpack. "You got me something?" she said, voice dripping with sarcasm. "That's sweet, but you really don't need to spend your allowance on me." Her friends laughed. Sydney pushed the box back into his hands. "Maybe save it to fix your car." The laughter cut through him like glass. He said nothing, just nodded and walked away. That night, he placed the unopened gift in his drawer. Before we continue, click subscribe and let me know in the comments where you're watching from, because tomorrow I will be giving you another story just as interesting as this one. Now, let us continue. Friday came. The party at Ember Lounge was in full swing. Music pulsed, lights flashed, and laughter filled the air. Mason, Ryan, and Sydney were at the center of it all. Then a sleek black sports car pulled up outside. Heads turned, conversations paused. The engine purred like luxury itself. The driver's door opened, and out stepped Ethan, dressed in a sharp black jacket, his parents behind him, smiling proudly. The room went silent. Sydney blinked, stunned. Mason muttered, "Wait, what?" The restaurant owner, Mr. Hale, approached Ethan's father warmly. "Ah, Mr. Walker, thank you for letting us host your event here tonight." Whispers erupted. Mason's jaw dropped. "Your dad owns this place?" Ethan nodded calmly. "He does. Actually, my parents own the entire Ember chain. We just prefer to live simply." Sydney stumbled closer, voice softening. "Ethan, I didn't know. He stopped her gently. "You didn't have to know, Sydney, because what I drive, or what my parents have, doesn't define me." He reached into his jacket pocket and pulled out the small box. "This was the gift you refused, the headphones you said you always wanted." Her eyes widened as she opened it. Silence fell across the room. Ethan smiled faintly. "But don't worry, I already found someone who'll appreciate them for the thought, not the price." He turned toward one of the waitresses, a kind girl who had earlier helped serve guests with a smile despite the chaos. Ethan handed her the gift instead. The crowd watched, speechless.
Sydney's eyes filled with regret, but the damage was done. As Ethan and his parents left the party, he glanced back one last time. His father placed a hand on his shoulder. "Proud of you, son. You didn't need to prove your worth. You just showed your heart." Ethan smiled softly. "Guess I just learned who my real friends are." The night air felt lighter as they drove away, not in a flashy display of wealth, but in quiet strength and self-respect. True friendship isn't built on status, cars, or wealth. It's measured by respect, kindness, and loyalty when no one is watching. People who value appearances will fade, but those who see your worth will stay. Comment yes and leave a heart if you agree.